They can't see me.
No, they're just seeing your deck.
Just hear my voice.
All right, yep. All right, guys, we're here at the Battle for Boston, the Max 7 tournament. I have with me Larry from theorangeking.com. I'm sure most of you have bought cards off of him in the past. Thanks for coming, Larry. Why don't you show us the deck that you're playing tonight?
All right. Well, I want to tell you that before tonight, I had never played this deck. It took me about a half an hour to put it together. What I decided to do was go with the negators. So I came up with some guys that are powerful negators. I wanted to try to match on intellect, and it worked out pretty good with Dark Beast at a 7 intellect, and the Reavers are Donald Pierce with a 7 intellect, and then the Witch, of course, because she's pretty powerful with her negate. And then a reserve, I put in Silver Sable. She's got the 9 from reserve, but she also has a 6 intellect. So she goes back, if she goes into the game, my 6s are still good with 2 characters. So what I used for my battle site was Muir Island, which is Colossus, Nightcrawler, Shadowcat, Professor X, Banshee, and Captain Britain. The key person on this team is the Shadowcat, of course, with the draw 3. And that came into play in both the games that I've won so far tonight. And I also used 1 Banshee card, his 5 plus 1 attack, the Captain Britain, Stars and Garters, and also remove any cards that are good for remainder of game, which comes in handy once in a while. The Colossus, I use the 1 per. Wait a minute, I can't have 2 1 per decks, can I?
You don't.
I don't. Yeah, I was thinking that was a 1 per deck. But the Teammate Avoid for Colossus has come in incredibly handy because you block a special card and then you draw a card. And that's been excellent for me tonight. I was thinking for a second that was a second OPD, but it's not. And then I have 2 Nightcrawler cards, the 6 or less, and Trick Transport. I'm not a real good lockout guy, so that really hasn't come into effect. But this Professor X card I put in, no specials for the remainder of battle, comes in handy, but the +3 to venture is very handy if the timing is good. So I used only 2 specials. I used Infinity Gauntlet, and the first one was level 1 power cards cannot be blocked. And I have 3 of those in the deck. I place them if I have them, and I try to save them. Sometimes I'll dupe them, but if I have 2 hits on a character and this special comes into effect, that character's dead because they can't block the hit. So that works out really good. And my other one is no any heroes, but everybody I played tonight has battle sight, so that's just in case you give me a sort of a free hand against any hero cards.
What home base are you using?
The home base is Dracula's Army. And what Dracula's Army does for me, it gives me 3 universe cards of different flavors. I used Intellect because they blend in very good with my 7s and 6s. And then I can use the 6 or higher to use and get the +1, the +2, and the +3 over the Robin DC3, or the DC hits 3 cards there in the universe cards. And that has come out extremely because you got a 7 that can turn into a 10, a 6 that turns into 8. So some of those reserve characters that block 6 or 9 can be avoided that way with these bonuses. That has played in both of my games tonight.
How many teamworks are you running?
I'm running 6 teamworks. This is a teamwork heavy deck just to try to keep the opponent off balance. And the hard part is getting the right mix of power cards, and I'll just show these. Besides my 1s, I got 3 2s, 3 3s, 3 4s, 3 5s, 3 6s, and 3 7s. But only the multi-5 and the 1 2s and 3s can be used with my teamwork. So I'm usually only getting 2 shots off with the teamworks, but it's enough to keep the opponent off balance. For Beast, I got the 9. This one I like is Sort Through the Power Pack. Just don't pull that on the first hand because when I played it, they didn't have any cards in the power pack. Stars and Garters and 2 negates for the Beast, 2 negates for Donald Pierce, his 2 that can't be defended by a special card, and then sort through the opponent's draw pile and remove 1 card. That has come in very handy. This card, the power pack, going back to Beast for a second, what happened, the reason I won my first game is I was able to remove all 3 7s from my opponent's power pack. And then when I played him, I knew that my 7s were goods and he didn't have any. So I won that game because he didn't have any 7s. Again, 2 negates for the witch, so that gave me 6 negates. 2 opponent must discard, avoid a numeric, and her 8. And then 3 9 or less from Silver Sable in reserve, and then 1 teamwork I can place on her, and she can play that out of reserve as well. All right, so that is, I played, like I said, the Infinity Gauntlet with the events, Muir Island, and Dracula's Army.
You're not running a whole lot of specials, technically, a lot of defense, but are your ally cards coming into play? Are you
Yes,
getting to use them?
yes. I've been able to use the ally cards, but again, you've got to have the timing right because I can't use activators with these. So I've got just a few cards that I can use with these. So hopefully I've got them placed when they come in. And yeah, it does hurt when you place one of these and you don't have any offensive specials.
Right.
So that's the Orange King, his 30-minute deck, and so far I played it twice and it's 2-0. Barely by the skin of my teeth won both games.
Awesome. Larry, thank you so much, brother. Good to see
All
you. Good luck the rest of the night.
All right. Thank you very much.